Now, before we begin this video, please follow all of my socials with the link in front of your screens right now. It will really help me, and it really has nothing to do about money. It's just like followers, likes, all of that, maybe even subscribers. You can now, I will now begin this video. Hello, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the 2022 presidential elections. When you're hearing about that and you're a Filipino, you might be away in this video, but please pay attention because we are actually gonna talk about the three contestants, the three top candidates for the presidency, for the presidential election next year. It is Leni Robredo, Mayor Sara Duterte, and Senator Manny Pacquiao. But I am a commentator. I am not a journalist. So what am I gonna do is change the channel of what you are watching right now to ANC, so that you could have a much more understandable vibe of what I will be saying in the next few minutes or so. Let's change the channel like this. This is ANC Breaking News. I'm Bryan, Andalan. The 2022 presidential election polls are now in, according to Pilipinas2022.ph, with Robredo in the lead with 33.62%, Mayor Sara Duterte with 22.43%, Manny Pacquiao with 14.75%, Bongbong Marcos with 11.35%, Bongo with 6.6%, Moreno with 6.47%, and Poe with 4.38%. Now, 61 million people are eligible to vote in the 2022 elections next year here in the Philippines, but 2 million people failed to vote in the 2016 and the 2019 elections. So that will be decreased to 59 million people voting next year. Maybe it could be more because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So estimate if the estimated numbers stated here are actually true, Robredo will be in the lead and will become president with nearly 20 million votes. Sara Duterte will be second with 13.2 million votes. Pacquiao with nearly 9 million votes. Bongbong Marcos with 6.69 million votes. Nice. Bongo with 3.89 million votes. Moreno with 3.817 million votes, and Poe at last with 2.58 million votes. So let's now change the channel back to YouTube like this. Okay, thank you so much, journalist Dan, for that demonstration of the polls according to Pilipinas2022.ph. So let us move on to the introduction of the three leading candidates for presidency: Leni Robredo, Sara Duterte, and Manny Pacquiao. Since Rodrigo Duterte cannot run for re-election next year because of the 1987 Philippine Constitution, Manny Pacquiao, Sara Duterte, and Leni Robredo are the top three candidates. So let us get to know Leni Robredo first. Leni Robredo is born in 1965, is a lawyer, politician and a social activist who is the 14th vice president of the Philippines, who is an incumbent. She won the vice presidential seat by only 260,000 votes, or 0.64% by Ferdinand against Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos. She is the second woman to be elected as vice president after Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, and the first vice president from the Bicol region. In 2015, she announced that she would run for vice president under the Liberal Party in 2016. So let us get to know what is good to her. She accepted the position as head of the Housing and Urban Development in 2016, called for unity during the Marawi War in 2017. She criticized China for establishing missiles in West Philippine Sea, in the West Philippine Sea in 2018. She wanted the United Nations to investigate Duterte's war on drugs in 2019, distributed relief goods through her office and some partner organizations in Batangas and Cavite, and provided free shuttle services for frontliners and emergency workers in Luzon during the enhanced community quarantine in 2020. So those are the good things about Vice President Leni Robredo. So let us get to know the issues, like the issues according to Wikipedia. This is not, okay, fair disclaimer, this is not my opinion. This is just what I found in Wikipedia, and Wikipedia is not fully trusted by everyone because of speculation and skepticism and political bias. So the issues according to Wikipedia is that fake news is spread throughout social media and YouTube, which is a streaming service, and a social media platform, which is just like YouTube and Twitter, and other blog sites against Robredo after becoming vice president in 2016, and received threats after expressing dissent against the Duterte war on drugs, which Antonio Trillanes claims killed at least 20,000 Filipinos. The majority of fake news stories come from pro-Duterte bloggers, including people working under the government of Duterte. Robredo is a victim of memes and fake news, which Robredo said was a quote-unquote test of character. So let us now get to know the second in the polls. It is Mayor Sara Duterte, which is also known as Inday Sara. Born in May 1978, is a lawyer, politician, and the incumbent mayor of Davao City. She became vice mayor from 2007 to 2010, and she became mayor from 2010 to 2013. She is Davao's first female mayor and the youngest person elected in Davao political history. She also was one of 9 elected governors of the Philippine Red Cross in 2014, and convinced her father to run for president after shaving her head in 2015. And she won for running as mayor of Davao City in 2016. Again, I don't know. So let us now get to know the third in the polls, Manny Pacquiao. Born in December 1978, which Pacquiao which means that Pacquiao is the youngest person of the three. He is a professional boxer and politician. Pacquiao is regarded as one of the greatest boxers of all time. He became president of the ruling PDP Laban Party. As of 2015, Pacquiao. Oh, okay. This part is just like unnecessary facts. It's not even like political reasons, but these are just facts. Like for the next few minutes, I will be reading like facts that I just found fascinating. So let us start with the first one. There are four of them. So in as of 2015, Pacquiao generated 1.5 billion dollars in revenue from his 25 pay-per-view bouts, and according to Forbes, he was the second highest paid athlete in the world in 2015. To put that in perspective, $1.5 billion is equivalent to this in pesos. Yeah, that's right. It's big. Big numbers. Like, just big. And just to put like really that in perspective, this is how much this guy earns. Like this guy. Okay, this is how much this guy earns. Yeah, that's right. Okay, don't roast me. Okay, thank you very much. The third fact here is that in July 2019, Pacquiao became the oldest welterweight world champion in history. And did you know how old Pacquiao was? He was 40. That's right. He was 40 years old. The oldest. I didn't know that was possible. I didn't know you would become the oldest welterweight world champion in history at the age of 40. That's right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And he was also the first boxer in history to become a recognized four-time welterweight champion after defeating Keith Thurman to win the WBA super welterweight title. That's right. A Filipino boxer was the first boxer in history to become a recognized four-time welterweight champion after defeating Keith Thurman to win the champion. What? After defeating Keith Thurman to win the WBA super welterweight title. Okay, so that will be it for your ASMR. So let us move on. In the House of Representatives, okay, this is the House of Representatives section of Pacquiao. So, okay, let's start. In 2007, he ran as a Liberal candidate for a House seat of the 1st District of South Cotabato. In 2009, he ran again for Congress in Sarangani, where his wife lived back then, or they still lived until now. I don't know. In 2010, he was elected to the House of Representatives in the 15th Congress of the Philippines, representing Sarangani, scoring a landslide victory over the Chongbian clan that has been in power for more than 30 years. Yeah, this is a political dynasty, which I really have no comment about. Okay, and then in 2013, he was re-elected to the 16th Congress of the Philippines because, get this, he ran unopposed. That's right. Manny Pacquiao was re-elected in 2013 to the 16th Congress of the Philippines because he ran unopposed. Well, of course, I don't know where the place is. It's Wikipedia's fault, okay? Okay. How about another ASMR like this? Was that good? Okay, let's move on. Excuse me. Let us move on to the senatorial section of Manny Pacquiao. In 2015, he ran for senator under the UNA party, or the United Nationalist Association. Maybe. In 2016, he was formally elected as a senator by the Commission on Elections. Wow. As of 2018, he filed 31 Senate bills and supported bringing back capital punishment, which is translated to modern English as the death penalty. That's right. As of 2018, he supported bringing back capital punishment, which means the death penalty in the Philippines. That could devastate millions and millions of innocent people in jail, and maybe tons more to come, which is not good. Okay, let's move on. In 2019, the Senate released data showing Pacquiao having the worst attendance records for all senators in the 17th Congress, a struggle he had since becoming a congressman. That's right. The youngest presidential candidate among the three had the worst attendance record for all the senators in the 17th Congress. Well, to be fair for them, in 2019, Leni Robredo and Sara Duterte were not even senators. So he was like the most recent senator among the three. Sara Duterte never became senator, and Leni Robredo became a senator back when she wasn't like a vice president. She you get the idea. Okay, let's move on. During the pandemic in 2020, he worked with Jack Ma um, to help bring over 50,000 COVID 19 test kits to the Philippines. In December 2020, Pacquiao became the acting president of PDP Laban after Coco Pimentel resigned. And after that, Pacquiao began to be critical against the Duterte administration. That's right, Pacquiao began to to be skeptical about Duterte's actions and the administration's actions when Pacquiao became the acting president of the ruling PDP Laban party. Okay? Okay, and in June 2021, Pacquiao expressed belief that Duterte's response towards China's claims in the West Philippine Sea was lacking. Duterte rebuked Pacquiao for the statement, saying he lacked knowledge on foreign policy. The president also responded to a claim attributed to Pacquiao that the Duterte administration is more corrupt than his predecessors, challenging Pacquiao to name certain individuals or agencies, or he will launch a negative campaign about Pacquiao in the 2022 elections. My comment about those is that for in Lenny Robredo, I didn't know she was an incumbent. Sara Duterte, it was completely unsurprising. And the thing that surprised me about Manny Pacquiao is not that he was the second highest paid athlete in the world as of 2015, but he had the worst attendance record for all the senators in the 17th Congress of the Philippines. That's what surprised me the most about Pacquiao. In Sara Duterte, I was surprised about the most. I was most surprised about the fact that she convinced her father by shaving her head in 2015. I didn't know what she even looked like that. Maybe she wore a wig after all these years. No, maybe. But thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We will see you guys in the next video because I've already achieved my goal of uploading 100 videos on this channel. So my schedule about these commentary shows will not be consistent, not like every Sunday, every week. I will still upload a lot of commentary videos, but I will not be consistent. So I guess we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.